Hi there, Stampers. This is Sarah Neighbor with Sarah Loves to Stamp, and today I'm bringing you a really cute card. I did not design it. It was one of our make and takes from Leadership this past January. I'll show you a picture of it, but I haven't actually made it before, so we're going to be taking that journey together today. So here it is right here, and I will show you how to do it. So first, it doesn't matter if it's super perfect, unless you want to skip this next step that we're going to do here. Okay, so, well, not the next step, but the one after that. Anyway, I'll tell you, it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to sand it a little bit with our sanding blocks. But we need to stamp it first because on the picture it has a little bit of a stamped flower up here and down here. Okay, so now you'll see that I'm going to use the Lucky Limeade Classic Stampin' Pad to stamp on a couple of different pieces here with the Mixed Bunch stamp set. And I used the most outlined looking flower in that stamp set. I love this stamp set. Anyway, so we're going to stamp on that label piece that we already cut out, and then we're going to stamp on a piece of Lucky Limeade cardstock that's going to be a layer on our card. And it measures 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then also we'll stamp on the envelope so that it matches as well. So now we need to attach the cardstock piece to our onboard chipboard piece that we traced around earlier. And I like to use the multi-purpose liquid glue to do this, or you can also use a glue stick, which I also like to do, but this has that fine point tip, so I thought it would be easier on the video to show you as opposed to my glue stick going everywhere. I'm going to adhere that on top of it, and then I will use my brayer to brayer over the top of that. It just really makes sure you got it on really well, and it really makes sure that they don't come apart. And then finally I'll finish off by sanding it, just to really get the edges to meld with the chipboard. So now I'm going to go ahead and you'll see me using the Daffodil Delight Classic Stampin' Pad with another one of the stamps in the Mixed Bunch stamp set. It's the more solid flower this time. And you're just going to stamp that on a piece of very vanilla scrap cardstock that you have. And then you'll see me in a second. I'm going to get out the punch. There it is. And it matches the stamp set exactly, so you're going to punch it out. One of the things I love about Stampin' Up! Is when they do this with our stamp sets. It's really nice. You don't have to cut around them. And then the last thing I'm going to do to this flower is to go ahead and snip between those two smaller petals on the outside. I'm going to snip those apart from the center petal. And what I was just pointing at and telling you not to do is to cut, if you cut all the way into the center, be careful because you may end up cutting some of the petals off. So do angle towards the center, but make sure your cuts don't intersect or you'll lose a petal. And then in a second here, when I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and kind of fluff up the edges because the whole idea of this little technique is to give you some more dimension. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use one of those center images from the Mixed Bunch stamp set with Rich Razzleberry ink on Rich Razzleberry cardstock. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Stamp-A-Majig to get these in exactly the right place, exactly where I want them. I didn't talk a lot about that in this video, even when I had it in regular time, because I have done a previous video where I show you exactly how to use the Stamp-A-Majig. So I'll just put a link to that um, on this video that you can click to the Stamp-A-Majig video. Okay, hi again. I apologize, my memory card was full, so yeah, that's what happened there. So I got that adhered, and then I put some snail on the back of this. Now I'm going to find the center of this. It's 4¼ inches wide, so I'm going to use my grid paper, and you may not be able to see me lining it up at the bottom here, but I know that I need 2 inches on each side of that big line in the middle, so it's easier to see down here, of course, and then 1/8. So I've lined it up right in the center. And then I know this guy is 1 inch wide, so that's going to be from here to here. And see how I'm lining it up with those grid lines? And then down here, I can line it up with those grid lines. Oops. And that looks pretty good, although it looks a little long. Okay, so I got it right in the center, and I got it straight. I just used my grid lines to do that, and I use my grid lines all the time when I need to do something like that. Okay, so the next part is that we can adhere this piece down with, well, you know what, actually, because it's chipboard, I'm going to go ahead and use this. The liquid glue again. I love this liquid glue. I use it a lot for a lot of my cards. Alright. Alright, so our next step is we need some blossoms from this kit. This is super cool. It's in the mini catalog, and I love these. So you get all of these, and they're double-sided, and the other side's just solid. And then you also get, can you see those pink rhinestones right there? So it's super fun. They have these little banners. It's really cute. So I think we're using the big purple one here. And they just punch out. They're already die cut. They're really nice, heavy weight. I really like them. And then we need the polka dotted one here. Really cute. I actually was thinking about buying several more packs of these. Love them. I didn't think I would at first. I was like, I don't know about this. And then we got them at Leadership, and I loved them. So anyway, there's those. I'm trying to look for the name of these things. Blossom Builder's Designer Printed Kit. That's what they're called. Alright, so continuing on. We just need to adhere the, this purple one down. The razzleberry one. Now, this is pretty cool. This is a 1-inch circle punch from Poppy Parade cardstock, and then it's just cut. I just snipped it into the center. I snipped it in 4ths first, like I snipped here, 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 and here. And then I just kind of snipped those sections so it was about the same. And then if you notice, if you noticed in the original picture, they kind of had them rolled up. So I'm just kind of pushing my fingernail there and kind of like trying to just roll the ends up a little bit. It's really cute the way it looks. And something I've never done before, so that's kind of fun. Always fun to learn something new. So it's kind of what it looks like. Theirs looks cuter, of course. That's my life. A little bit of snail in the center. Go ahead and stick that in the middle of this. Uh-oh. There we are. And then you need a Bright designer button, and in the picture, oops, going all over, they used an old olive one, so there's that. The old olive does match the Lucky Limeade pretty decently. And then I just need a very small piece of the Lucky Limeade baker's twine. I'll show you how I do this, again, using the mini glue dots. I take one and put it in the center, as much as you can in the center at least. Sorry, you probably can't see that because I'm off camera. There we go. So I just press my button to them and put it in the center, and then I make sure that the holes are clear. So I'm just kind of moving with my fingers. Okay, and then I'm just going to put my baker's twine straight through this one. Or not, because it doesn't want to cooperate tonight. There we go. And then I go ahead and just smash it on the back into that glue dot. And I'm going to do the same with the other side. You may have like way more than you need, so you can always... Oh, for crying out loud. I swear when I do this like myself and not on camera, it goes super fast. Of course, the minute I want to do it for you guys, it's like, whoa, slow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and smash those into the glue dot. And I kind of like crisscross them so that they're... See that? So that they're not over the top of each other and they can each have plenty of glue. And then go ahead and trim off your ends so that they won't show behind the button. And you could certainly tie a knot on top of it if you prefer. And then you need a couple more glue dots. So I go ahead and put these usually on the edges now. There's one. Oops. And two. Okay, and then you can put it on straight or cattywampus, whatever you want to do. And it's done. How cute is that? And then I have my little card here. Or my envelope, I'm sorry. So I just loved it. I thought it was super cute. They definitely had some more dimension going on. They kind of fluffed it up a little more. And also I think they used dimensionals between the flowers. But I still wanted to be able to mail this. And it's already pretty thick once you include that chipboard in there. So that's what I did. I also think it'd be really cute if you don't have this chipboard to use the label framelits dies, and you could just cut a piece of Whisper White, or I'm sorry, Very Vanilla, and get the same idea. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this card, and have a great day.